influence of our family in America starts in 1765, when Don José is appointed Viceroy of Nueva España. Under his management, the colony began to be profitable for the Crown of Spain. He created a workers' cooperative for the sale of tobacco, and he reformed taxes and the City Council Act. In Alta California, he ordered the construction of San Blas Port, Monterey, and San Francisco Bay. With the help of the Franciscans, he created 21 missions, amongst those the outstanding ones of San Carlos de Monterrey, San Diego, San Francisco, Santa Barbara, and Los Angeles. He also encouraged the discovery and exploitation of various mines, as well as the establishment of 2 city councils in both provinces. With the continuous robberies and attacks from the Apaches, the governor of Nueva Vizcaya asked for help to strengthen the penitentiaries. Do you know who was the only soldier who arrived at Chihuahua? Yes, it was me. I was appointed captain of the infantry regiment for the Crown, with the title of Commander of the Border Control for Nueva Vizcaya and Sonora. I convinced my troop to continue with countless setbacks and losses. We found the fearful Apaches and recovered stolen livestock and high-value hides, hardened by the campaigns and wounds of war. In 1772, I returned to Spain. 1776 is the key year in our family. My uncle Joseph was appointed Indian minister, acquiring the biggest office in the monarchy. Spain and England disputed America, and Louisiana had become the border and main objective faced with an imminent war. And can you guess who was appointed as the regiment's new colonel for New Orleans? With the difficult mission of providing defense, boosting the population and the Louisiana province trade. Ah, you guessed right. Myself. The Gálvez family mobilized the population of Malaga and the Canary Islands, where we were known by our patronage. Our achievement was a large number of families emigrating to Louisiana, creating settlements such as Galveston, Nueva Iberia, or Nueva Madrid, or the villages of Valenzuela, Barataria, and Tierra de Bueyes in the Mississippi Delta. At only 31 years of age, I became the youngest governor of the extensive Louisiana territories and the greatest provider of clandestine aid supplied by Spain to the founding of the United States of America. This help was partly provided by the Cathedral of Malaga, which contributed 400,000 reales to this war, money which was meant to finalize construction of the Cathedral of Malaga, which then stayed unfinished and has gone into history as the Armless One. On intercepting a letter from the English army, in which another offensive on New Orleans is warned, I decided that our attack was the best defense for us. In secret, and supported by my wife's family, Félicité Saint-Marchand, I convinced 700 men, amongst them veterans, recruits, and militants of every race and colour, to attack the English in their own posts and forts. My father, who had been governor and general captain of Guatemala for 6 months, found himself in a completely opposing situation. Without any rest and a big effort, he gathered a troop of 14,000 men from the whole kingdom of Guatemala, and he conducted very successful military campaigns, expelling the English from the Gulf of Honduras. Meanwhile, at court, they debated the strategies to attack the English forts in Florida. I started to prepare the attack on the Mobile. Coincidentally, on the same day as the Spanish courts approved shipment to help us, we alone took the fort of Charlotte in Mobile. For the takeover of the Bay of Pensacola, we made 3 attempts. Carlos III granted me titles, amongst those the Governor of Florida and West Louisiana. Viscount Gálvez and Count Gálvez and I were granted the honour of adding a new emblem to my coat of arms, the motto of "Me alone." My father, Don Matias, was appointed Viceroy of Nueva España, where he founded the San Carlos Royal Academy of Fine Arts, began the reconstruction of the Chapultepec Castle, tiled numerous streets, founded the Mexican Gazette, and finished the building of the cathedral. On my father's death, I succeeded him as Viceroy of Nueva España. During my government, I had to cope with the frost of August 1785, and then the droughts of 1786. I gave my own fortune to feed the Mexicans, and I looked after the sick in my home. I brought and installed public lighting. I drafted a regulation on theatre, and continued with the works of the castle of Chapultepec, all paid for thanks to the money earned with the bullfights, where I myself participated. My uncle Don José was appointed as Marqués de la Sonora, and he participated in a wedding as a godfather of son, the Prince Don Gabriel. My uncle Michael was sent to Russia as an ambassador of Spain, obtaining several commercial agreements with Queen Catherine the Great, standing out amongst these the importation of Malaga wines. My uncle Antonio controlled the mail and all news of interest from the port of Cádiz. And his daughter, the talented María Rosa de Gálvez, born in Macharavillaya, became the first Spanish woman who wrote plays and opera. Who is the boss in this world? Joseph the First, Matthias the Second, and Bernardo the Third. Public prosecutor, viceroy, viceroy, minister, and minister, king. The Father here, the Son in La Habana, and the Spirit in Spain.